What's up, guys on YouTube, girls on YouTube? We're gonna talk about, oh damn, all in the camera's face. 1635, super wide. Welcome to my office. It's my office. I have an office cat now. His name is Cleodor. Cleo for short. I'll call him Cleodor, please don't. We're gonna talk about this camera right here. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh man, oh look at that. That's the Sony FX3. If you didn't know, Sony FX3 stands for Sony Future Extra Third, because this is the third edition of the Future Extra. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea why they call it FX3. Maybe because it's a full frame cinema camera? That probably makes more sense. So let's talk about this camera here, the Sony FX3, right? To start, this is the monitor I'm using, the Ninja V, Ninja 5, Ninja whatever, little 5-inch 4K monitor. It's great, it's great. Here's some specs if you want to see that. Specs. Oh snap, I want to drop the box and the camera. And then I'm using this nice Sony ECM XM1 for like a shotgun mic with a little Rode furry on it. If you shoot anything wider than a 16 to 35, or really if you shoot 16, I've seen it in 20, but not as bad. This, because of the way it has to fit on here, extends past the barrel. Like you can see, it extends past the barrel. So at 16, you're gonna see a little bit of it. Just be wary of that. No big deal. So, yes. Let's talk about the camera cage, because that's important. Reason why it's important is because Sony tells us this is a cage-free design. Well, let me tell you, stop it, cat. Let me tell you something, Sony, you're lying. Well, you're not really lying. There's a little, they're not really lying, to be honest. It could be cage-free if that sure, hold on. All right, cat is now entertained with a toy that's attached to another door. Sony doesn't necessarily lie about it, but the issue that I have found is, one, I have hair all in my face, but two, if you're to look at this cage-free design that they have, well, here's one port where this is screwed in out. The other two ports is, I don't know if you can see it right there, right here. Oh, but look, those are taken up by the XLR handle unit. Oh, but it's okay, because Sony gives you one here, here, and here. Well, you put something there, how do you hold it? You know what I'm saying? Like you could get away with putting one in the front one and maybe in the back one, but the only thing I would put in the back is a handle extension, because I got big hands. My hand is, this part of my hand is not even on the monitor when the handle. You see how frustrated I am with this handle? Can't even call it the handle. It's not even on there for real. So that's kind of a gripe that I'm having. Then the other little port is right here. Right here, where my finger's at. But if you put something there and you don't have a grip like I do, well then you're having to grip around whatever you put there. I've tested it putting my XLR, I've tested it by putting my articulating arm right here, but when I do that, I can't open this because of how wide the screw base for the articulating arm is. Easy fix, you get a different screw arm, whatever. But then you put it on this side, no matter what kind of arm you have, it's probably gonna get in the way, you know? So I don't think it's really a true cage-free design. I could be biased because I like cages. So let's talk about cages now. Because we're gonna talk about the build of this. We're not really gonna talk about specs. I'm just gonna tell you how I built it out. To start, the Tilta camera cage, arm your camera by Tilta. I think it was 240 bucks, 230 bucks. It was over $200, I know that. But I gotta find something real quick, hold on. So I wish I had my rig on the FX3 built out how I had it. Essentially, all I had was this. So these to hold my rods in place, and a plate that's screwed into the camera. Cat, that is my light. Why are you doing that? Here, how about this? Check this out. I'm gonna shut the door. You jerk. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Okay. All right, so, hey, I look really small back here. Oh, look at me, it's a tiny tray. Oh, look, now I've gotten bigger. Anyways, I'll show you. So, just dropped a Coke bottle. I don't really drink Coke all that much, but there's a Coke bottle. So, this is my A7R. This is the plate I had on there. This has an L bracket. FX3 didn't have an L bracket, for clarity. This was on here. And then I had 2 rods connected like this, right? Well, it was great being able to hold the rods because I didn't have my grip on there yet because it has the little, I think it's called an RE plate. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, I couldn't screw it on to the thing. It's just fine. It was like this, but it just, I couldn't put the monitor anywhere. If I put it on the handle, I couldn't hold the handle correctly. Just little issues like that. So I bought a cage. Speaking of the cage, the Tilta comes with the nice, I don't know the diameter part that this is right here, but it comes with this so you can screw it where the XLR unit goes if you don't want to use it. And it comes with this nice little adjustable, spinnable handle, like so. And then it literally just slides in place like this and screws down. So it's like double locked in place, which is great. But I personally like using the XLR handle. I like being able to hook up XLRs. And I like having 3 inputs versus the one on the camera. And I have control over the audio. I'm filming right now on an A7S III, and I don't really have control of the audio, so I have it on auto, whatever the camera does. So I'm not trying to peak, essentially. Moving on, so we talked about the cage. I like this cage. I wanted the Condor blue cage. I didn't want to wait till August to get it. So we're there, that's just where we're at. You know, I needed it for a shoot. I needed this camera built out for what I do. So it also, the cage comes with the side bracket here, which you can take off to make it a half cage, which is awesome. But it screws in 3 places, pretty much where I showed you earlier, right here, and then underneath, down here, which you can't see. Screws in place, great, whatever. But it also comes with this nice little way to take the camera off of the, does everyone else struggle this bad? Okay. But you can take the camera out by just adjusting a few things. Okay, change the battery. Clearly I am very prepared for this segment that I'm doing. Okay, the camera is still connected to the cage, like so. So you can take the railing system off pretty quickly. I just have to dismount the dummy battery and it slides. It's got enough room to slide out and off if I just adjust the V-mount. And so now it's more handheld. This is just a V-mount power for my monitor, which I would take off and replace with an LP if I was to just break it down to this. So this is how it looks. The bottom is a tripod plate. So it comes with the arms. The rods that it comes with are these, they're like 12 inches, I believe, 8 inches right here. I like to have enough space from the camera, which would be here. So like the back of the camera's here, and enough space between the battery pack and the back of the LCD, so that so that if I want to pop out the LCD screen, I just kind of move this, literally that much, pull it out, and I can rotate it around and put that back in place without this sliding. Like this doesn't move. So this can free float like so. And it doesn't move. But it's nice. It's got the plate for like dovetails and stuff at the bottom where it can lock in place. It's got nice little twists, locks in place real good. And then this little device here, right there, that's what holds it all together. But just for sake of making it easy on me, take the dummy battery system off, take this cord out of here, which powers the monitor, which we don't need to see this stuff powered. You guys can watch Gerald Undone if you want to see specs and stuff. Locks into place, like literally just slides in. So like, here, let me do it again. Check this out. All right, here is the rod and rail system. Check this out, check this. Oh, I'm not even locked it in place and it's in there, you know. I hold it like this, gravity takes the weight, lock it in place, slide this where it needs to go, something like that. If you want to get real crazy with it, just like so. But I like some room for my hand back there, so I usually keep it straight up. And then this will be, if I get the extension, boom, right on top. Next up, you have the XLR hand unit. This feels cheap to me. That's all I'm gonna say about it. As far as what it does audio-wise, it's great. Little thing for people who may just be getting it, there's a switch on the side that says handle audio on or off. If you have it off, it's gonna record scratch audio from the FX3. Make sure you cut it on if you wanna record on an XLR mic or one of these, and you have it plugged up to this. If you have it plugged to the camera, it will record from the camera. You don't need the handle unit. So that's a very run and gun setup, is like take the XLR handle off, replace it with the Tilta handle, or I have a small rig handle that I like to use, and then just run straight to the camera. Basic features, we have a little swivel LCD here. Just put it back in place. All right, I'm running a V-mount. This was actually the V-mount adapter that had a dummy battery on it, which is why it's taped over here for my A7S II. So I just cut it off, taped up the thing so I don't electrocute anything or kill the camera. D-tap on the side, D-tap on the battery, good to go. Running a standard HDMI, it's like a little rocket fish from Best Buy. Like I said, the Atomos, I've got the D-tap, straight plug-in adapter. Running the Sigma Art 35, a basic tripod system. The nice little wooden grip that small rig makes. And that is my setup. It's very heavy if you're coming from a standard, hold on, I gotta tighten this. There we go. If you're coming from a standard A7S III setup, this is gonna be, I mean, just a ton for what you're probably gonna be doing. But I enjoy the weight. I thoroughly enjoy being able to say, put this in, like I can just shove this in, you know, to my body, and I can get real good handheld things. The only things I'm probably going to add on shoots where I don't need a follow focus system. If you want to know what follow focus system I have, hold on. So I'll go ahead and pull out things. This is stuff that I rig to the camera on occasion. Hollyland Mars 400S system. I worked on a short film where we had the Teradek and we had the Hollyland, and we used the Hollylands more than we used the Teradek. The Teradeks I've used before. They are great, but the ones we had were just very not reliable. That's the easiest way to put it. So that's what I use there. I like those because you can connect your phone to it, your iPad, whatever. If you want a director's monitor and you don't have another monitor, they can connect their phone, their iPad. It runs off the Wi-Fi, it's great. Follow focus system. On occasion I run this Nucleus M. You've probably seen these before. The nice robust handle, nice wooding features. It comes with one of these, which is great. This would just mount right on the camera. It would run DTAP. I have a DTAP here. I've also got a USB to Limo. Manuals, all the good stuff are in here as well. Nice little case if you listen to that. Nice. Yeah, so run that on occasion. Hollyland on occasion. Cage is the Tilta cage. Monitor's the Ninja V monitor. The mic, this one is the ECM XM1 Sony. I actually don't own this, it's a friend of mine, so he let me borrow it. Thank you again. And then I run the Rode wireless Lav system, Wireless Go. I don't know the official name, I always forget it. I run that system as well. V-mount batteries, this is it here. It's only got one DTAP. That's fine for what I do. Other than that, I've got a matte box. I've got that little Tilta mini matte. I'm not sponsored by Tilta, so I guess I can say I don't really like that matte box. The ones that I've used from Small Rig, like the Small Rig $100 one, I like that a lot better. Feels more secure. It mounts the same way, screws on. It just feels more secure, especially when you put filters in it. I guess I can grab the matte box. Here's the matte box. This is where the filters, like this is the only thing that holds the filters. I don't like that. Like imagine if you don't put it in there all the way and it just slides out. I mean, it holds in place on this end, but that's just to stop it. This is to hold it in place. Like, look at this. How close is this? That's it. There's not two, so there's just one. It also doesn't close all the way, so like you have to push it in like that, which I don't really like pushing in against my lenses, but it is what it is. It does have parts up top where you can add attachments if you want to. You can put a little rail system to hold the bottom of it if you don't want to screw it on. That's what I prefer to do. Yeah, that's my setup for the Sony FX3 built out, including the XLR handle, because a lot of people don't include it. Condor Blue makes this extension handle, which is really cool, that I'm probably gonna get. And I usually use Small Rig. I'm not really gone with Tilta a whole lot. I'm pretty big fan of Small Rig and all their accessories. So if Small Rig makes one, I'll just get that. But Condor Blues has been really catching my eye, and it's so simple. It's like just an extra like that much, like an extra that much, but like fat hand me, boom. I don't even have to reach around the front of the handle. Like that's how much like I can squeeze my hand in there, but that's, to me, that's more comfortable. But then I'm like hanging on by a thread back here, you know what I'm saying? Like these aren't even on there. Whatever. All in all, I think this weighs like 8 pounds, 10 pounds, maybe. I've not weighed it, I don't know. One time I said I caught a 6-pound fish. I was wrong, super wrong. Yeah, that's a built out FX3, top to bottom. Probably a super boring video if you're not an FX3 wanna buy, user, wherever category you fit. To wrap, I would buy a cage. I would keep the XLR handle so you can control your audio if you want to do that. And I would run everything on V-mount. So I would buy that adapter that's there. Other than that, I would have 2 handles, one here and one here. So you can do this. I usually just hold under here and try to watch my thumb. I usually just hold it under here and just, you know what I'm saying? Real quick pans, just hit someone in the face with this thing. No, but seriously, 2 handles. You could take this one off and you could grab the handle here and then put one here. Nucleus makes a nice little 1-finger control handle that goes here that will actually connect to your motors and will focus the camera, which is just superb. I don't have that yet, but you know, look at that. My biceps are gonna be huge after a 3-hour shoot, 6-hour shoot. Imagine a 12-hour shoot. I would be like someone who has big muscles. Not me, clearly. Anyways, goodbye.